Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are doing great. You might be thinking, what is Kelly talking about when she says, what did my brother say about me? Like, uh-oh, this could get pretty juicy, right? Well, first and foremost, I always want to thank each and every one of you guys for sticking around, hanging with me, and really talking about everything health and wellness. You guys know my jam. And so some of you guys are always following me over on social media, whether it be Facebook or Instagram. And I have so many fans that are growing over on my podcast. And so I would really, if you're not over on my podcast, please take a moment, go to Apple Podcasts, go to Spotify, go to wherever you listen to podcasts and subscribe to the Kellie Lupsha Podcast. You're going to get fun, exciting, entertaining, value, actionable steps that keep us out of the life of living fine, right? Fine is the four-letter word. If those of you know me, I don't like to use the word fine because we need to live an extraordinary life, a delightful life, a joyous life, an amazing life, an abundant life. So that's what I bring to you over on that podcast and so much more. And it's not only myself, but it's also my dear partner, Dr. Heidi Irasabal, and we have a ball. And if there's a topic that you're like, Kelly, I want to know more about, Dr. Heidi, I want to know more about, you got to let us know and we will bring it to you. How's that sound? Are you guys good? So if you have a topic, drop it below. But first and foremost, I want you to say, drop a 1 in the chat if you would even talk about what your siblings would say about you. Drop a 1 in the chat if you're like, okay, I would not talk about what my siblings would say about me. I don't know. Well, I have to say, my brother and I have a great relationship. We don't live in the same state. We haven't lived in the same state practically since I left to college at 18. That's crazy. But he's got my back. He's one of my best friends. He would do anything for me. And so thank you. Thank you. We were just together recently. I was out in Arizona. We have a lot going on out there. And we started talking about something. You'll never guess what we started talking about. And he's like, oh my God, every time you bring this up, you're like so passionate. Because we were talking about some business ideas and doing things together, all sorts of fun stuff, right? Where's our future going? Talking about current jobs, current opportunities, what we're both working on, just fun to share. And in that, then he was like, well, whatever it is, if we do something together, it's got to be around, what do you guys think? Drum roll. It's got to be around wellness. And here's the thing, and this is my title, right? It is no longer an option. It is essential to take control of your health. And in turn, you will take control of your life. So if we start talking about like whether it's sleep, whether it's the food you put in your mouth, whether it's products you're putting on your body, like you guys, everything matters. And so sometimes when people think like, oh, you get really riled up about this subject or that subject, if you care about something, shouldn't it matter? Shouldn't you get like excited about it? Well, let me ask you this. Does your health matter? That is the big question. Does your health matter? Now, if you say no, you're probably off this and you're not watching me live. You're not following my podcast because health doesn't matter to you. I hope it does. I hope it does to honor you first and foremost so that you can be the light for others. You can be a role model for others. We need more people sharing the light of wellness. But also, you need to be that light and that role model for your household, the people around you, your community, the groups you're involved in, the people you hang out with. You need to show them it's possible to feel fabulous. It's possible to live extraordinary. You could have abundant health. You could have abundant joy. You could have abundant finances. But all the finances in the world won't buy your health back. Do you hear what I said? Back. Once you allow yourself to get sick, unwell, have a chronic disease, be diagnosed with something, you can work your way out of a lot of them. But the time, the energy, the money, the time of your life you're giving away to backpedal in recovering, in healing, is, you would wish anything you would have taken more control of your health and to avoided it if you could have. Now, for some people, they can't avoid it. It's not avoidable. I get that. But for the majority of us, and if you look at the current research, anywhere between 87% and 94%. Do you guys think that number is a little bit or a lot? Come on now. Drop in the chat, you guys, a little bit or a lot. That's a lot. You know where I'm going with this? Between 87% and 94% of all health-related issues are preventable with food and lifestyle and diet changes. What do you think about that? How do you like them apples? So when you're just aimlessly going and sticking something in your mouth to eat, you probably should be asking yourself, is this going to fuel my body? Is this positive or negative to my body? Because food is information. Food, supplements, water, air, sleep, all of that is data that the body is like, you don't even know it's doing it. That's the miracle body we have. You don't have to do anything. It just does its job. So here's, for instance, you eat food. The gut is looking for certain things. When the gut finds the certain things it needs, then it says, cool, I'm satiated. I've had enough. You fueled me. I got what I needed. So if you're eating really nutritious food with the diverse microbiome, for diversity for your microbiome, it gets what it needs and it says, thank you very much. I'm full, I'm satiated, and now I can do my job. It connects with your cells. It starts working on your neurotransmitters and your neurochemicals and your hormones. But when you eat your food that's non-nutritious, it says, I didn't get what I need, eat more. Nope, I still didn't get what I need, eat more. And now you've eaten so much, you wonder why so many of us in society are struggling with overweight and undernourished. That is why. The body is so smart. It's so intelligent, but you're not listening to your body. Now, I'm not speaking to all. Many of us are not being present when we're eating, paying attention to our food, paying attention to how we're eating. Most of us are not paying attention to the workouts. Like, I went to the gym for an hour, but what did you do? Did you really work hard? Were you present? Like in my yoga class, when I go, I don't even know what anybody else is doing. I don't even know if they're falling out of poses. I don't even know if they're modifying poses because I'm not paying attention to anybody but me in the moment. But most of the time, whether it's our job, our social media, we're out and about, out to dinner, we're with our children at a sporting event, we're so involved in us, me, my hair, this, that, what am I wearing? Oh my gosh, who's at the event? That you're not even present and enjoying the thing. That's what wellness is, you guys, is live life well. Live life really well every day. Bring the joy. Whose life are you blessing? I'll tell you a story. I was traveling a lot lately and my flight got delayed. So I happened to be in the airport for an extended period of time. I wasn't feeling great. I was exhausted. My plane was delayed 4.5 hours and I was going to be getting home at 3 a.m, right? One of those, like, not great. Anyways, it just happens. So you deal with it. So this woman started talking because we were charging our devices and what do you do? Oh, where are you going? Oh, I used to live there. Oh, what do you do? The commonalities, right? Talking. And what do I start talking about? Wellness, because I'm like passionate. My brother says, Kel, every single time we start talking about this topic, you like get fired up and excited. I'm like, but I know that's this miracle body that we have that is so capable. So in talking, they were like, what do you mean? What do you mean you can activate the genes? What do you mean you can quiet negative genes? What do you mean that our good genes that work, we can keep them working well? I didn't know this. Tell me more. I want to know. So I'm looking for people like that. Like they want to know. Do you want to know? I'm going to share wellness everywhere I go with anybody that I can, because who wants to live a life of suffering? We would all love to live life well. And if you are well, I commend you. But here's the thing you need to ask yourself: what am I doing to stay well? What am I doing to stay well? And if you can't rattle off a half a dozen things, you need to start asking yourself, what can I do to up my game? What can I do to improve my wellness so I stay well? Some of us have this little saying, if you're into anything of getting a root cause in functional medicine, that to get well, fix the cell, right? Fix the cells that talk to each other, communicate together. It's not fix my headache, fix my sleep, fix my gut, fix my pain. It's fix the cell. To be well, fix the cell. How are we going to fix the cell? We're going to give the cell what it needs. The cells need hydration. The cells need nutrition. The cell needs micronutrients. The cells need sleep and rest. The cells need to decrease stress of your nervous system, right? And regulate your nervous system. The cells need movement to communicate. Are you doing what the cells need to fix the cell so that you can be well? And when I say be well, that's like be well a long life, like excited, longevity, feeling good. So I ask you, maybe you don't need to ask a sibling, like, this is what my brother said about me. My brother's like, oh my gosh. And I said, it's just so fun. What do you love that is so fun? What would somebody say about you? Like, oh my gosh, you could talk about that all day long. Drop it down below. I want to know what would people say about you if they're like, oh, that lights somebody up. They could talk about it all day long. I want to know. Well, what's exciting is, if you don't already follow my podcast, follow it. It's the Kellie Lupsha Podcast, right? Everything health and wellness. So no longer do you have to feel fine, right? We can feel fabulous. But I am going to a 2-day conference that's coming up. By the time you're listening to this, if you're watching and listening to the podcast, I may be there or have just finished being there. And it's everything podcasting, because I'm going to up the game of podcasting for you guys. Are you excited about that? I want to serve you in such a big way. And I'm looking for my 1,000 super fans. Are you one of them? If you are, you're going to go subscribe to my podcast. But like, we have fun together. We like to hang out together. Like, would you want to go to like a retreat with me? You want to go like go get a cup of coffee? You want to go for a walk? You want to go like skiing or paddleboarding? Like, those are my super fans that want to hang out with me to go enjoy life. Maybe let's go pick up a game of pickleball, or we just go sip on our nootropics together. I don't know, right? What is it? But I bet you're my super fan. So I'm going to learn more, and I'm going to bring you even more juiciness of my passion. So what I found is people kind of say, well, Kellie, wellness is too general. Like, you need a topic of your podcast. Well, let me ask you this. Are you an aging woman who doesn't have it all figured out, who likes to engage in conversation and have fun and look at, how can I take care of myself a little better? I'm not looking for people who want a quick fix, just the next hack. Then you're probably not my people. If you're 25 and your jam is health and wellness, come along, because I'm like 25 years ahead of you. But probably if you're a guy, I'm not for you. Probably if you don't like to move your body and don't care about health, I'm not for you. But if you're like, ooh, I need to fix my adrenal fatigue. Ooh, I want the next longevity thing. Oh, what should I be doing to improve my sleep so I can get more REM sleep? Oh, I didn't know if you drink water first thing in the morning, 16 to 20 ounces of water, that will boost your metabolic rate 30 to 40% for the first several hours of the day. Isn't that so cool? Like, there are some things that we talk about that we get to geek out about that have so much fun. So I thought I would just share with you of what my brother said about me. And I know I'm going to bring it to you more and harder and more fun and more enjoyment, because it should be fun to feel fabulous, right? Are you in? Feel fun to feel fabulous? Be fun to feel fabulous? All right. So I'm going to start putting some polls out about some topics I want to know. And I'm also going to be putting some polls out about some retreats coming up. There's going to be a 3-day retreat in the fall in Dallas, Texas. So I'm going to be getting the dates to you soon. But what I want to know is, on this retreat with Dr. Heidi and myself, what are some things you want to be included in this retreat? We're going to do some of the coolest things ever. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna be doing taste test of things, like different coffees and wines and water, to know, like, do you even know what a clean water or clean coffee should taste like? Just all sorts of fun stuff. So it's experimental. We're gonna put stuff on our faces. We're gonna move our bodies. It's gonna be fantastic. So let me know if you want to be put on the list, because it's gonna sell out fast. We're gonna have limited spots. It's gonna sell out fast. It's gonna be again upcoming in the fall in Dallas, Texas. We'd love for you to be there. But topics for that, and we want to know topics for the podcast. Like, how can we even bring you more value? So with that, signing off. Next time I'll be talking to you guys, it'll be probably after I go to this amazing podcast event. It's called Her Turn to Podcast. Coming with some of the top podcasters in the world, women podcasters in the world. We're gonna rock it out. So with that, you guys, until next time. And what do your siblings say about you? I want to know. Spill the beans. All right, you guys, have a good one. Bye.